So what happens if Wes Watson actually goes away, but he doesn't want to give up his empire? He wants to leave a successor or a ruling body or something for all the programs and all the income coming in. It would have to be somebody he would really trust. And it would also have to be somebody that could assemble the squad, you know, at these gyms to take, really, bi-curious kind of videos, where they're all kind of crouched down, wearing very little clothing, lots of tattoos, not a woman in sight, not even on the walls, not even posters, like an old Motley Crue video, or not even that. Anyways, somebody that would be able to also like talk crap once a day for 5 or 10 minutes, like with a nonstop pump going on, and belittle his current girlfriend and that sort of thing. They would need somebody. I think what we should do as a contest is we should first of all come up with names. I know their names because somebody told me their names. I know their names are real names, but I think that made up names are just like funnier. Like Stupid Nick is going to be the guy. Well, his name is Nick from John Bravo's body cam footage. Go on over to John Bravo Films, subscribe, ring the bell a bunch of times, and leave comments. But on that video, police officer said, "Oh, your name is Nick. My name is Nick too." "I didn't think I made any contact with it." "No, yeah, you did." "Oh, okay." So that's Stupid Nick. That's my name for that guy, Stupid Nick. He sounds like Italian. Maybe he's like connected to the Chef Boyardee family out of the Bronx, out of Yonkers. What, he lost? But the thing is, I don't care. He is Stupid Nick. And it wouldn't be that family either. It would be the family, I believe, in South Florida. I think it would have to be the family whose boss was a snitch. Yeah, Tony Massino. Talk about, oof, what a scumbag. Anyways, or maybe he's, because I know those guys are there, and I think there's also a little tiny fraction of the one that the Gaudis are from. Yeah, otherwise known as the Gambinos. But in any event, excuse me for a second. So that's Stupid Nick. Then there's I don't know, like maybe like Barbell Juan. What would you call him? I mean, he looks Hispanic. I'm talking about the short, pudgy one that hit the special needs man on the head with a dumbbell. That guy. What would you call him? Like Dumbbell Jose, right? Or that doesn't sound right. Mongol also means stupid in Spanish, so we could call him Mongol, or we could call him Barbell Mongol. That sounds kind of catchy. So we'll go with what do we say? Oh, Dumb Nick, right? Or do we say Stupid Nick? No, let's go with Dumb Nick, and then we'll go with Mongol Barbell Mongol. I don't know which sounds better. And then there's a like Mini Wes, like the Mini Chihuahua. I would maybe call him Mini Chihuahua. And he's the one that Wes has to say, no, they're just trying to explain. That's like his most zealous advocate. He's the one that basically was lying nonstop to the police, like nonstop lying to that police officer Nick and others. So we'll just call him the Chihuahua, or the like maybe we call him like Mini Wes. That doesn't sound so good, does it? Mini Peg, maybe, because he's Peg Watson. So I mean, I don't know. Like, I'll just go with Chihuahua. So there's Chihuahua, Dumb Nick, Barbell Mongol, and that's 3 of them. Is there anybody else? Well, there's that really like beady-eyed gym worker. I don't think he's part of the crew though, but one of the cops thinks that he might have kicked somebody or somebody else. Maybe it wasn't that guy. Maybe he was too busy trying to like get the guy's videotape erased. But we're talking about Nick the cop, and that would be his nickname, Nick the cop. Nick the cop was telling another cop that he thought that a gym manager had kicked the special needs man. What are we going to call a special needs man? I don't know. But anyways, so out of those people, is there anybody else? Does anybody? Well, I guess does he have any other characters that walk around? Everybody told me that he had an executive bodyguard, but that the executive bodyguard wasn't present for the beatdown of the special needs man at Elevation Fitness in Miami, Florida. I mean, I don't know. It's just like I wonder if he's like some sort of a Green Beret or some sort of like Navy SEAL or something. But maybe he's like so high profile that he can't have his photo taken because that is a thing. I tape these on my phone sometimes, and so my clients will send messages, and I'm what? And it's English or Spanish, so it's hard to read. But the point is, though, is that everything is done on these phones now. It's wild. It's crazy. But microphone is a must, though. The microphones on the phones are okay, but they're not spectacular. They're not spectacular at all. But I mean, it would just be curious. I don't know. And who knows if that guy had been there, how things would have happened, how things would have gone down for the gang beatdown of a special needs man at Elevation Fitness in Miami, Florida. Because you just don't know. You just don't know because those guys are trained not just to protect their clients from enemies, but sometimes to protect their clients from themselves. It's like the Secret Service. If the president says, hey, I'm going to go down to KFC, no, you're not. I'm the president, do whatever I want. Yes and no, but not in this situation. You're not going anywhere. Because as president, they need to protect him, even if it means protecting him from himself. Not that going to KFC necessarily poses any kind of a threat, but that's it right there. You just don't know. They have to know. They can't be in the business of, well, maybe. They have to know. They have to keep him safe no matter what. That includes telling him he cannot do something he wants to do for his own good. And so, who knows? That guy, or maybe it's a woman, because I don't know, but I think it's a guy. I don't think he could pay for a female bodyguard. I think that would be like just way too. I don't know, but who knows? But I'm just curious what that special forces, looking person would have done. Could you imagine if they don't even look like that, but they're just like they've got those like Mr. Miyagi like fighting skills or whatever? But no, I think that this person would have to almost be like some of these bail bonds people in our industry, like really jacked up, shredded, tatted up, very little hair on their head. Not saying they have to be bald, but pretty close to it, because they don't want their enemy to be able to grab anything. I mean, we're talking some like certified badasses, and I'm just curious what would have happened if, in fact, WES had someone like that he was paying, if they'd been present at the gang beatdown of a special needs man at Elevation Fitness in Miami, Florida. It just makes me wonder what would have happened if he would have been there. Would he have stopped WES? Would he have stopped WES? Would he have said, no? Would he have stopped the special needs man and said, no, you're getting too close, just relax, everything's fine, look, here's $20, go get yourself something to eat, or, here's whatever, like your gym workout today's on us. Something like that. A guy that's tough and can rock and roll at the drop of a hat, but is diplomatic and smart and knows that sometimes you don't resolve matters with your fists. You can be a nice guy and you can just make it go away a different way. You know what I mean? And these guys, if he truly is an executive bodyguard, they have a skill set unlike anybody else. They're not just roughnecks. That's just like one part of them. They know how to deal with the public. They know how to deal with media. They know how to deal with law enforcement. They're very, very good at what they do. So it almost makes me think like, I don't think that would have happened if WES truly had an executive bodyguard and that executive bodyguard had been there for the gang beatdown of a special needs man at Elevation Fitness in Miami, Florida. I believe that executive bodyguard would have stopped it before it ever happened. So in any event, would that bodyguard be part of the echelon, of who WES would pick? For my money, I think it would be a toss-up between the Chihuahua and Dumb Nick. Because, Dumb Nick is probably more so like a bona fide, probably Bensonhurst tough guy kind of thing, He works in mechanics and construction, but he's never been in a garage or a construction site in his life, kind of thing. But yeah, that's just kind of like what he puts on paper. But you know what he's all about. I think it would be a question, or maybe he's just Italian and I don't know, but I don't think so. Because again, in Spanish, we have a saying, dime con quien andas y te diré quién eres. That means, tell me who you're with, I'll tell you who you are. You know, dumb Nick, you can't be this, this pious, honest Italian-American guy because you're mixing it up with a criminal like Wes Watson. So in any event, nice try though. Anyways, so I think it would be a toss-up between dumb Nick and the Chihuahua guy. And it might get so bad that you might have like rival factions. And since they can no longer train at Elevation Fitness in Miami, Florida, I don't know where they would go. But it would be bad there for a minute. And Wes would probably like want to stay back. He wouldn't want to like pick a side of the warring factions for his kingdom. So he would just take from both of them ramen noodles, summer sausage, Dickies and socks and all sorts of stuff. Phone calls, pen pals with beautiful women that are really old guys. Basically, he would live like a king. And then whoever emerged from that, but then, could you imagine the gym if these two rival factions met up? It'd be crazy. Have a full-on sword fight right there by the cardio machines. So anyways, I don't know what's going to happen. But I'm sure that Wes, and at least could have conceived of, he could have said, what's going to happen if I'm ever involved in the gang beatdown of a special needs man at Elevation Fitness in Miami, Florida? Will I leave somebody to take over for me? And I would think that he would have. So I guess only time will tell. Only time will tell. But when Wes is, away doing time, making license plates, the one gym in Miami that I'm going to feel comfortable in if I ever go and train in Miami would be Elevation Fitness in Miami, Florida, because that would be the only gym that those guys would not be seen at because they were banned from Elevation Fitness after the gang beatdown of a special needs man at their facility.